Come here now, girl.
Hi, BonBonB here. By now you should be up to speed with the new road tools in Cities Skylines 2. If not, do yourself a favour and head off to watch my basics and intermediate tutorials first. The links are in the description. If you're still here, I guess you already know all there is to know. But what about the bits that we haven't been told about? The tricks, the techniques, the hacks, even the bugs, of which there are many, which are unintended features. These Road Tools Advanced featurette tutorials will focus on the things that you can normally only learn from others. I'm proud to say I worked today's out all by myself, so if you already know it too, then I'm in great company. Speaking of which, if you know of any clever or unusual tricks or techniques that we haven't already covered, then please drop them into the comments below. If I choose to turn one into a tutorial, I'll make sure that you get the fullest of credits. And so, one last task before we start. And I do hate to ask, but the algorithm punishes me if I don't. So please take a moment to hit the like button. Today's tutorial will mean something to any experienced Cities Skylines 1 player. That being the usefulness of nodes. A node is the endpoint of any section of networking, be it road, rail, tram, or whatever is still to come, and is separated from the next node by what is called a segment. Manipulating nodes is a trick known to the pro players, which can help make things happen which aren't supposed to happen. This was definitely the case in Cities Skylines 1, but it's less clear in the modern sequel game. Not least, nodes no longer even feel like nodes. For today's tutorial, we're going to try to get a crosswalk to form in this exact location. We could need a crossing for any of a bunch of reasons. Perhaps it's the main entrance to a hospital, the gate to a school, or maybe it's just a very, very long walk to the next crossing. Either way, it needs to go here. In Cities Skylines 2, crosswalks will spawn on crossings and can be triggered on any node from within the Road Services tab. In our case, we don't want a junction directly in front of our school, hospital, insert other thing here. We want a crosswalk, but there isn't a node where we need one. But that's okay. Given everything we learned from Cities Skylines 1, all we need to do is insert a temporary junction, delete the junction, and the node is there, right? Wrong. When you delete the junction, the game remerges the two segments together again. And so I tried plan B. Build the road to the location of the crossing, then build further, so we have two segments. Same result. The AI is strong in these roads. So we've reached a dead end, a cul-de-sac, so to speak. Well, no. I have not one, not two, but three solutions for you. Each will have different benefits and uses, but I am saving my favourite till last. First up, the Footpath Solution. Build a footpath up to and into the road at the location of the crosswalk. A crosswalk will form. Unfortunately, the crosswalk will disappear if you delete the footpath. This solution is clean, simple, and fast. You will, however, have to find a reason for the footpath, which means this solution isn't for everyone. Secondly, the Jinky Janky. Yes, at long last we have a positive use for this channel meme. Let's rebuild the road as we did before, stopping at the point of the crossing. Now build the second section of road at an angle of 179 or 181 degrees. This will cause an imperfection within the node, and it will then be recognised by the Road Services tool as a legitimate crosswalk location. The obvious negative to this solution is that the imperfection in your layout could become noticeable if left unchecked for too long. On top of that, if you suffer from OCD, then I've just ruined your life. I'm sorry. Fortunately, I have a third and completely beautiful solution. This one I call the thief. Let's go back to inserting a temporary junction. Now this time, head into Road Services and from our new junction, using right click, steal one of the crosswalks. That done, delete the junction. Back into Road Services, and you know that crosswalk you just stole? Put it back, using the left click. That's right, for some reason the imperfection left by a stolen crosswalk fixes the node into place. This isn't the case for any other road service, such as street signs, but do let me know if you find another method. And so, 3 solutions to the crosswalk problem you never knew you had. And that is it for today. I'm looking forward to reading your techniques and solutions in the comments below, and anything which stands out might just end up in my next tutorial, so don't be shy. As always, a big shout out goes to the BonBonB buddies on Patreon and YouTube membership, without whose support these tutorials probably wouldn't exist. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. I've been BonBonB and you've been very, very welcome.